Hello my lovely Taurians, welcome to my channel. I know many of you have been waiting for this video. Here it is. I'm sorry it's coming so late this week, but I've been a little bit poorly. I'm getting better now. So big shift happened in terms of energies last night. Today is the 7th of July. I think I've mentioned that in the last video. The Mercury started its retrograde literally last night, I mean 7th of July, and it's gonna make its way through, it's gonna be here with us throughout July, and it will make its way back on the 2nd of August. So what does this mean? This means the retrograde in Mercury going from Cancer into Leo, then from Leo back into Cancer. What does that mean for all of us? It means drama, drama, and drama once again. Drama, possibly, in terms of communication in the love department, tension at work, misunderstandings, you not understanding someone not getting what you're really saying to them, okay? People getting upset because they're not hearing what you're saying, or they misinterpreting what's being said, okay? So throughout this week, throughout the next 3 weeks, it's very possible, and I'm not trying to put a negative vibe on a reading, but it's just what Mercury retrograde is. Mercury is all about communication. When it retrogrades, it causes a lot of mess in there, in terms of communication, okay? So if you've met recently someone, if you've got a fling with someone, okay, maybe it would be a wise idea not to get too attached just yet, my lovely Taurus, because we know what you like. We know what I'm like. We all know what we like, right? We just fall in love. When we meet someone, we just know it, okay? I know you know it. And even if you meet someone you've met and you think you know it, just hold your horses, my darling, okay? Because sometimes, we might be getting the wrong message throughout the retrograde of Mercury, okay? So you might be thinking that someone wants to put a label on you, but maybe you are just a fling to them, or vice versa. So when it comes to taking a step forward in any sort of connection, it would be advisable to do so in August, okay? So also Taurus, if you're a little bit like me, I mean, I've got moon in Cancer, a moon in Taurus and ascendant in Cancer. I tend to sometimes when I'm wound up, I sometimes end up sending lots of emotional messages. So I've read it somewhere that throughout the Mercury retrograde, it would be good advice for everyone to keep the phone away, but preferably put it on the flight mode, switch it off when you go to the beach, when you go on holiday. Try not to put yourself in a situation when you would be influenced or encouraged to send emotion or to respond to emotional messages. You know what I'm saying? Like when you would end up losing your temper of text messages. Because even if you got good intentions, not just you, all of us throughout this month, this may be perceived wrong by others, because this is a Cancer season. We're still in Cancer season. Cancer is very sensitive, right? And the most important thing that I forgot to mention to do with this retrograde, it brings the past back. It puts the past on the table. So there's a very high likelihood of someone coming back from the past to your life, whether it's in your mind, whether it's an actual physical meeting, or whether it's through communication, okay? And the communication may be rough, right? Because it's a retrograde. But that depends, of course. So I'm just saying, so let's see if this reading is gonna show us whether someone is coming back from the past, okay? So the way the energies are playing, it is tough. And to be fair, the retrograde starts 7th of July, right? Which is today. But I felt that energy 2 days ahead of time, and I had tension at work, and I had like miscommunication that I thought I said something, but it was taken, in a different way, or vice versa, okay? So I really felt it literally 2 days ahead of time. And like I said, I'm quite a logical girl. I like to keep my feet on the ground, but the more I'm looking into those cosmic events, the more I'm realizing, oh my goodness, all of this is happening. So, just saying to you. But on a positive note, I am here for you. I'm gonna give you a lovely reading. We're gonna look into the advice, and then we're gonna go into extended. Okay, so if you're interested in getting the extended reading, like some of you did last week, I'll be more than happy to forward you the link. You know the rules. You know, you donate to my channel. Anything, and I will be able to forward to you as soon as I can the link to the extended reading. Just keep in mind that I'm in China, so there's a time difference. Sometimes obviously I'm asleep, so if I'm not responding straight away, it's possibly because I'm asleep or I'm working or doing something. Okay, Taurians, I hope you're doing well, and I really want to say thank you for helping me, for supporting me. I was very overwhelmed by your donation. It's not that I care about money, because it's like I said, it was, you know, I received lots of little amounts of from different people, but it meant a lot to me that my readings made a difference to you, that they do make a difference, you know, because that's why this channel was set up in the first place, to make a difference. So I'm very grateful for this, and I hope I can stay here with you. And you know, I'm really hoping to work on this channel, and especially from September, this is what I'm gonna do. I want to give it a go, you know. I think this is Uranus, you know, pushing me, because this is not like me just sort of taking the risk and let's just do it. So I just feel I'm gonna do it. Anyway, enough talking about me. This is gonna be a love related reading, okay? A love related, because I have many other readings to do, so let's do love related for now. Maybe then general, we'll see. Alright, so enough chatting with you. Now, I've already pre-shuffled the cards, my lovely Taurus, so we're gonna see how do they see you, and how do you see them from today, which is the 7th of July, until the following week, which is the, let's say, 14th of July, okay? How do you see them, and how do they see you? Those of you who are new to my channel, we're gonna look into how do they see you on the right hand side, on the left hand side. How do you see them? How do you view each other from each other's perspective, not yours, okay? So you may disagree with what they think of you. We're gonna look into the possible blockage, hypothetical outcome, as well as the piece of advice for you, my lovely Taurians, and the cross watch, if you're a cross watcher, if you have a I don't know, affection for a lovely Taurian. So how do they see you? This is for Taurus, 7th of July until 14th of July. How do they see you, my lovely Taurus? Voila. Ooh, they see you with 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so this could go in many ways. You know, maybe you're working with them, Taurus, or maybe, you know, they're wondering whether you feel about them the same as they feel about you. They're not sure whether you're actually in it or not, okay? They are not sure whether you're on the same page or not when it comes to them. They might be wondering whether you two actually could make it work, okay? They understand, I feel like, you know, they understand that this is you. You're quite well, independent, you know what you want. They wonder whether they could build this cathedral, which indicates family, possibly house, whether they could make it work with you, okay? Sometimes this indicates third party situation, but I don't want to jump in there yet. Let's see how the reading goes. But I feel like they wonder whether you are on the same page. Do you feel the way I feel about you? They wonder whether you would want to work things out with them, possibly, you know, whether you two could work things out, could actually be a good couple, you know, and work together. Because relationship, if we're talking about long-term relationship, it is a constant work, right? And maybe in this particular work there's more than 2 people involved, and that might be an issue, but we're gonna clarify this later. To also view my lovely Taurus with, they view you with 2 cards for love. I'm gonna take them. Oh my goodness. Okay. Knight of Wands, here we go. First one, 9 of Swords in the reverse position. Someone who back in time, recent past, you know, you felt guilty over something kept you up at night, you experienced short-term depression. For me, is the card, this card, Taurus, is, you know, when you get emotional when something hurts you. It really sits with you, it really sits on you, okay? You couldn't eat, possibly something happened, affected your emotion to such an extent when you couldn't eat, you couldn't sleep, you probably aged within, I don't know, a year. You might have noticed, like, sometimes, well, this, I'm not gonna go there, but I had a situation like that in my life when I felt like, you know, I've been so upset for a year that I actually aged within a year more than I would normally. So this is the card of experiencing, you know, something very painful, repeating a conversation over again, sort of like a mental illness, but not that you were mental, short-term depression. You know what I'm saying? I mean, mental health is a big issue nowadays. Whatever happened with someone, they know that they put you here, Taurus. They know, okay? This person knows, but they also know that this is the end of it, that you're not there any longer. And I think they're very happy about this. They know that you're no longer being depressed, possibly. You're no longer being upset about this. You're no longer thinking about it. You're no longer replaying the conversations that happened between that really hurt you, okay? I think like this is over now, and they know that, you know, I think they're pleased to see it, whether you talking to each other or not, they're pleased to see you out of this, you know, this uncomfortable situation, you know. But I also view with Knight of Wands in an upright position. Knight of Wands is a very passionate energy. Knight of Wands is a fire energy. So maybe some of you got fire in your astrological chart. They see as someone who's very passionate, someone who's very impulsive. Oh yes, Taurus, that's how they view you. As someone that gets on a horse, because in the traditional chart, this guy's got a horse. You get on that horse and you run with that wound in your hands, and you just say what you want to say without thinking of the consequences sometimes, okay? Because your heart tells you this is the right thing to do, but your mind sometimes is too slow to slow you down and tell you, Taurus, pause, Taurus, stop, because this may get you into troubles. Think ahead. You see, and they think that you are sometimes impulsive, you take hasty actions in life. They feel like you sometimes don't think before you act, Taurus. But I think maybe they've experienced you losing your temper with them, maybe once or twice, maybe they've seen it and they're sort of judging you for it, okay? But I feel like, come on, Taurus, if they put you here, you know, I mean, I think you got to the point when you perhaps got annoyed and you're just like, this is who I am, this is how it's gonna be, this is who I am, and I'm gonna speak out the truth. I'm gonna say what I want to say. I want to reveal my feelings with passion, because that's what I am. I am ruled by Venus, okay? Whether you like it or not, that's what you're saying, Taurus, or you've said to this person. It was too much for them to take, okay? You came on too strong for them. But that's you. This is you, Taurus, okay? And I love that about you. I love that about us. But that's what makes us possibly different, and that's what people get attracted to fire sign, because this is the energy of a fire star sign, because of that passion. But the passion can actually work against us. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people may not be able to handle it, and they feel like you are too difficult to handle because of your passionate nature, of going after what you feel, saying what you really think, you know. They think you're being too impulsive, and they think you should slow down and think before you speak, think before you take action, okay? But on the other hand, they love that passion about you. So sort of like a weird energy, yeah? They love it, but they hate it. Because this is someone also who's quick to love and quick to hate, okay? So you know, maybe you don't talk to each other, you know, maybe, you know, you fell in love with them, possibly, Taurus, that's how they see. But they see, like, you know, you're quick to love, quick to hate, that kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come back to this. Now let's see, how do you see them, Taurus? Sorry, I'm looking a bit rough today. Sorry. I've just had the food poisoning this week. Not that I'm trying to make a victim out of myself, but yeah, it's been affecting me. But I really wanted to do a reading for you. So I'm drinking Coke, because I've read that Coke is good to settle your stomach. And it's working, I must say. Well, let's see tomorrow morning. Now, my lovely Taurus, how do you see them? How do you see them? Wow. Taurus, when is it gonna finish? And you still, oh, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're thinking, no matter how much distance you're trying to put between yourself and them, you know that they are your soulmates. You might not be together, you might not even be communicating, but you know that you are soulmates. And you know, Knight of Wands, it might also be a messenger. So basically, what could be happening this week, you might have an urge to message this soulmate of yours, this person you used to be with, or you see them as a soulmate. You may feel like this passion, the past may come back, okay, to haunt you, and you be like, I'm done, I'm not upset about this any longer, okay. But they probably will be thinking of you this week, you'll be thinking of them, and you will be feeling like you want to go on this horse and sort of talk to them. And if that's how you're gonna feel, Taurus, like I said right at the beginning, please hold your horses and please wait until August, okay? Don't take any hasty action, don't be impulsive, because things may get misunderstood, misinterpreted. So you view them as the lovers, or you possibly dealing with a Gemini. You also view them, so those of you who are new to tarot, soulmates, soulmate, this is the red ribbon indicates soulmate connection, okay? These people were meant to be together, okay? When you meet this person, it's like you meeting the other half that people always talk about. Where is the other half? Where's your other half? Sometimes the other half is not the real other half, but here, this is the real other half, okay? When you look into each other's eyes and you just get it. They get you, you get them, and it's beautiful. And it's beautiful. And once you experience Taurus this, God, it takes you forever to let go of it. And that's why it puts you into a short-term depression, or maybe even a long-term depression. But thank God that's over, Taurus. They know this. You also view them with Page of Cups. Ooh. You view them as someone who's passively younger, or just with sort of immature, more of an immature energy. Someone whose love offer for you been or is fragile. You know, someone who doesn't like to commit, or someone who simply owes you apology, okay? Maybe you will see them this week because that's how you view them, coming to you with an apology or with love offer that is very fragile, because they don't like to commit. That's the thing. So you know they're quite immature, but you can't help yourself. You still see them as a soulmate, you know. No matter how we feel sometimes about people, when we meet soulmate, we see all of the negatives, but that doesn't bother us, and that's the thing. Because you know they're not a commitment material, and you know the love offer is in and out, in and out, in and out, fragile. And even if they've got apology, maybe it's just for them to ease their mind, not for you. You also view them with, but you know, Page of Cups is a messenger, so you might be receiving a good news from them this week. Like I said, they might be messaging you. There might be some kind of a communication, Taurus, because of the Mercury retrograde, okay? And when you receive that message from them, apology, or even sort of that whatever they say, you may take it as a love offer. Slow down. Don't jump on your horse and be like, oh yeah, I've got your back. Pause yourself, okay? I don't want you to set your hopes too high with this, with this fragile offer. In and out. Excuse me. Oh yo, sorry. Hope you're still there. I'm sorry. Yeah, I need to find a better way of recording. Hope you can see me well. Okay, I'm on it. Now, you also view them, Taurus, with... You view them with... I want the card to fly out. Too many. You view them with... How do you view them, my lovely Taurus? Okay. The Hangman in reverse position. So someone who back in time was pressing pause button. They weren't taking any action with you. You haven't heard from them. That possibly you felt like they ghosted you. But that's not the case any longer. I feel like what might be happening, the coming out of the Hangman in the upright position is about suspending everything, not hearing from them. They possibly treat you like you don't exist. They might have disappeared on you. But that's in the reverse position. They're coming out of this, and because they're coming out, they're realizing that it's about time possibly to give you apology or to send you a message. It's like they're woken up from this Hangman. They've been trying to ignore you, ignore this connection. I feel like they can't ignore it any longer. So then they're ready to talk. They're ready to give you apology. They're ready to offer you even love. I don't think that's something you expect. But that's how you see them this week. So that means that this will be happening possibly. And if it's not happening, you might be feeling it. You might be feeling it, and if you're feeling it, you're feeling it, and it's right. What is the blockage, my lovely Taurus? The blockage for my lovely Taurus. Okay. Knight of Wands. Oh my goodness, I got it wrong. But it doesn't matter. You know, like I said before, that they see you with Knight of Wands. I got it wrong. Actually, they see you with as a King of Wands. But that's okay, because the blockage is Knight of Wands. So when I've talked about a person being emotional, coming off way too strong, that is the blockage actually. And I think it's you again, Taurus. The blockage is that they thought that you came on way too strong, that I feel like it's you, that you were very passionate, that you spoke the truth and you scared them off passively, okay? Not that you wanted to, but you dealt with someone who didn't know how to deal with your passion, who didn't know what passion is, what passion was, okay? And they view as the King of Wands, King of Wands. So whatever I said before, it can still apply, because I think that's the blockage, okay? King of Wands, Knight of Wands, you know, you, Taurus, getting on that horse and galloping, you know, and wanting to speak up your mind and being true to yourself, saying things without actually knowing, but no minding the fact that the words have consequences, and the consequences sometimes are not pleasant, you know. But I think here you've expressed love to someone. Possibly you've said something that was very deep, emotional, passionate, but it came on way too strong. It was too soon, too early, you know. And you came on quite strong. Maybe, like I said, you've lost your temper with them. Maybe you or them. Doesn't matter who. But I feel like it might be you, Taurus. You know, and it scared them off, you know. They thought that you were too much to take in terms of emotions. But they view as the King of Wands. King of Wands is a go-getter. They view as someone who's right now focusing on their work. And that is clarified twice, because you are focusing on building something for yourself. You're focusing on, you know, achieving your goals. This King of Wands sometimes is seen as someone who's selfish, and I'm not saying you're selfish, but sometimes there's nothing wrong with being a little bit selfish towards and focusing on what you want, okay? They feel that, you know, you are quite successful, Taurus, and they admire you for being able to sort of manipulate the situation in a positive way, not like in a negative way, in a positive, to achieve what you want to achieve. People relate to you, you know how to talk to people, people follow you, people help you when it comes to achieving your goals, okay? but they think, or they thought possibly think of you that you're focusing so much on what you want that you sometimes, or you maybe sometimes lose sight of people's emotions. And maybe back in time something happened when you lost sight of the emotion. Maybe they annoyed you, if this is you, Taurus, or them, whoever it is. This is the main blockage. You know, someone who took an impulsive, hasty action. This could have been, you know, something was said, some words been thrown out of anger, you know, and something that is difficult to fix, difficult to, you know, to forget. Okay, so that is the blockage, you know. I just genuinely feel like, and I felt that here, that, you know, they saw your very calm nature, and then something happened and you just lost it, possibly. And this is where they're like, oh, I never saw that side of you, possibly, or vice versa, because these readings can go vice versa. So don't feel like it's only you who's you know, to be blamed for this blockage. No one is to be blamed. This is just the energy, hasty action, impulsive action. Okay, Taurus. And this caused a failure in this connection because there was no plan. Okay, it's like you were both heading, and then it's like you were moving towards each other, and then, I don't know, you sort of pull away. Does that make sense? And there was a big distance between you, and that's what put you in your head, Taurus. But you're out of this horrible feeling situation, being depressed. That's not the case any longer. You're strong now. You're going after your goals. You're making your dreams come true. Still with your passion, you know, because I feel like that situation back in time, the blockage that happened between you and your soulmate, possibly killed your passion within you, right? Because when we hear, it kills our passion. But you picked yourself up, Taurus. You're collaborating, okay? You're thinking of improving, working on things, making money, improving yourself, getting back on track with passion. And the outcome for you, my lovely Taurus, you too. So they're here with a message. They're not stuck any longer. They're not pressing pause button. They're ready to give you apology. That it may come across to you even as a sort of love offer, right? They're ready to speak up, to talk. Despite all of it that happened, you know that this was or is your soulmate. What is the outcome between you two, my lovely Taurus? What is the outcome for Taurus and the person they're dealing with? Oh my goodness. You won't believe it. Guess. Just guess what? 6 of Cups. This week, the cosmic events seem to go in line with our outcome. Reconciliation. Or simply missing each other, missing someone from the past. But this is a card of reconciliation, getting back together, wanting to reconcile. So that might be happening this week. That might be with this person. Okay? But the thing is here, I feel like, just to recap quickly, you're so focused on working, making money. You're so busy. You've been so busy the last few weeks, months. You're out of the short-term depression. You're out of being low, feeling low, being at the bottom. You're not at the bottom any longer. You are now going after your dreams. You're working on yourself. You adopting Aries energy. Okay? So when they come next week, this coming week, despite you knowing they're possibly your soulmate, they want to give you apology because they're not stuck any longer. They're like, I'm ready now. I feel like you might be like, hang on a sec. You ready now? You pressing play button now. But I'm pressing pause button or stop button. Stop button, full stop. Because I'm busy working on getting that passion back into my life. Wow. Whatever happened between you two, it was a very hasty action, something hasty, impulsive. Maybe you said something, they said something, and you just pull back from each other, pull away, you drift apart. But this coming week, we've got reconciliation on the table, Taurus. I did not see that coming. So we're gonna look into more of this in the extended reading. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna click off, and if you want to continue and find out you know, what's hiding behind every single of these cards, plus what is the advice, secret messages, and angels message for you, and which card is guarding this reading, please meet me on the other side. I'm very excited and nervous about this reading. All right then. Thank you very much, Taurus. And yeah, all of the information is in the description box below. I love you. You know I do. And I'm very privileged to, you know, do weekly readings for you. And thank you for being a part of this journey, of my journey to, you know, spiritual growth. Thank you. Bye.